Today has been a day of reflection. I had a lot of things to think about when it comes to pricing the game, especially with this GTA 6 situation. $80, $100 for the deluxe edition. Don't come with a physical copy of the disc. Just get a digital code. Then I think back and I look at the Steam machine. It's over $1,000. You don't get a controller. You don't get enough storage for one edition. The other edition you get decent storage, but the performance on both is terrible. And it got me thinking about gaming in general. Like, how bad is gaming? Is gaming really bad when it comes to pricing? Or is gaming is in a pretty solid spot and you just got to get in where you fit in? Well, I'm going to talk about this because this is something I've been doing all my life. Gaming is a thing that I've been doing since I was maybe around 5, 6 years old. The first thing I remember was playing a game, and I remember it was like 1987, 88. So I think that's kind of dating myself, but I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy, and I've been playing games for a very long time. And I understand that buying games, in general, it does create a little bit of strategic, intelligence. And I want to talk about that. So with that being said, I know gaming is looking kind of dire right now when it comes to pricing. Everybody's kind of up in an uproar about, the last two things I talked about, the Steam machine, GTA 6. But really, when you really look at gaming as a whole, gaming is not in a bad spot. It is really in a really good space, and don't let these prices deter you. At the end of the day, you just have to be smart about what you buy and how you buy it. Now, I have a pretty big collection of games. I've been collecting games for a very long time, and I have everything from probably like the NES up until the PlayStation 5. And I just recently built another a PC so I can play at the highest quality. So this is something that I've been doing. This is a lifestyle for me. And to me, to get to where I am, it's not about having all the money in the world. It's not about being, well off. Sometimes you just have to be smart at what you buy. You have to be in a situation where you know what you want and when you want it, and you have to get in where you fit in. You got to find the opportunities about what you want. Yes, I understand that the Steam machine looks pretty awesome. It looks awesome. The performance might not be there, but it's something that you really want. I understand that GTA 6 is kind of price gouging a little bit. It's kind of weird, especially for us physical gamers, which I can make a whole nother video about the physical side of buying that game and you want a physical copy, but that'll be at a later time. But I understand this is something that you may want. And at the end of the day, I will say this: get what you want, buy it. Like, seriously, buy it. I do, feel like the things aren't worth it in my opinion, but shouldn't deter you from getting what you want. Now, like I said, personally, I feel like being strategic about it. So whatever you do, whatever you get or how you get it, be strategic about what you buy. Make sure that you are in a pretty good position to buy this and don't have any regrets or buyer's remorse, or even worse, just go broke after you bought this. You don't have anything else to show for it. You don't have any other money in your pocket after the fact. Because let's be honest, a lot of these people out here, and if they're going to say otherwise, they're lying. A lot of people out here are just getting by. Nobody's rich in this economy. A lot of us are not in a good position to actually have this as a fulfilled hobby, unless if you be really strategic at what you do. This is why I say, if you really want it, go get it, but don't break your back, don't break your pockets, don't break your sanity trying to buy this stuff. Like, for me, I waited to at the right moment to build my PC. I waited for the right moment to buy certain games. This is why when you see a lot of my pickup videos, these are games that I actually said, I'm gonna go back and get, or I wanted for a while and I finally picked it up. There are a few games that I do by day one. 007 Last Light was one of them. Resident Evil 9 was one of them. Those games are games that I actually love to buy. But as far as another game that I was kind of like on the fence of, the game Screamer, I waited till that game was on a a little discount, and I got the steel copy of that game for what, 35, $40. I don't know if it was a $70 game. I just felt that at that price point and getting a steel book copy or the steel case copy of that game was well worth it at $40. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays. When you really look at certain statistics, I don't want to cite them here, but because I just don't have the time. But I've seen places on the internet where it said like people are buying games when they get down to that 40, $45 mark, between the 29.99 and 49, or I'll say 44.99. Around that area, people are starting to buy their games at that price point. Nobody's really searching for that 70, $60 game anymore. Now, I do believe that GTA 6 is going to sell no matter what. I'm not going to sit here and say that people aren't going to buy it. Hell, at some point when I, scrape up a little bit of money to buy a day one purchase game, I may even buy the game for $80 or $100. It just is what it is. But like I said, I'm very strategic about it. I don't just impulse buy and buy these games anymore. It's just not in my nature anymore. As you get older, you start looking at money a little bit different. You start looking at your finances different, and you see the landscape of the economy. You just decide like, okay, I'm just going to wait a couple of months. I'm going to wait a week or so. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put, $35 here, and I'm going to put $45 there next week or next month or whatever. And then I'll buy that, $80 game. I mean, that's just the way I roll. And I think that's, just being in that fashion, it does save you a lot of heartache, and it makes you put money in other places where you can actually live comfortable. You may not be, all this and all that, but you will have money that's saved because it's just about being smart. And I think that's one thing that I love about my channel. And being a gamer, I could teach people that you can get a collection of games that you love. You can get a collection of games that you want. You can get a collection of games that you really want to play and still be in good finances. A lot of these people don't want to tell you this stuff, and I'm not going to sit here and try to make this a financial show, but at the end of the day, it's just about being smart about what you buy and when you buy it. Some people literally go broke trying to buy a lot of stuff in this hobby. They really do. And that's a part that nobody wants to talk about. I know some people who have done it. I've known some people who come back and tell me like, man, I shouldn't have bought this. I should have done this. I should have done that. I've seen some people say, hey, I did this and I skirted by for the next, couple of weeks as far as my finances, and I was able to, get by, and it's fine. You only got one life to live. So do what you have to do to make sure you get where you want to go. And if you got to get there by the skin of your teeth, hey, more power to you. But honestly, for me, I just feel at the end of the day, with these prices of games, you just have to be a little bit smarter. I've been real strategic about some of these things back in the day, and now with the way things are, it just makes me feel like it's all starting to pay off, because now I don't feel that impulse. I find other ways to get my gaming fix. I find other ways to get what I want. At the end of the day, it's all about getting in where you fit in. And there's no shame in that. At the end of the day, it's getting where you fit in. Find a way that find a way that you get what you want out of these products, and just go at it. If you can get it day one, cool. If you gotta wait, it's okay. I don't want, a lot of people just get discouraged about this. I've gotten to the point where I just don't care anymore. I see what happened with the Steam machine. I seen what happened with RAM prices and stuff when I was trying to build my PC. And I see what's happened with GTA 6. And I'm just like, this doesn't even bother me anymore. It just don't. I just get in where I fit in, and I'm just happy. I got a lot of other stuff to play right now. When GTA 6 come around, if I decided to buy it day one, it's all good. If not, I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'm just not. It is what it is. I'm not trying to keep up with everybody. I beat to my own drum anyway. And it is what it is. But nevertheless, what are you guys going to do? Have you thought about the way that you game now? Do you put your finances in order? Do you have something to the side to just make sure that you get the best out of gaming with, whatever you want to spend on? Or you just go all out and just say, hey, look, I'm going to buy whatever, and it is what it is. Hey, whatever works for you is fine. But at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to get discouraged. Get in where you fit in, and rock out and game on and have the most fun you can have with your time. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Who cares what the next man is doing, right? Do you have fun and find your lane, get in where you fit in, and enjoy yourself. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully, you made it this far. I really appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.